Hey everyone, it's Pastor Dave from St. John in Woodbury, Minnesota, with your daily 5 minutes of hope. Thanks for checking it out. Here up in the bold north, it's a beautiful day. 60s, it is sunny, it is warm, it is spring, and it is beautiful. So I do hope and pray that today has been going well for you. Hopefully, in the midst of everything that's going on, you continue to find joy in your life. And above all, that you know that you have hope because of Jesus Christ. And so we're continuing with our daily devotions. Yesterday, if you checked out yesterday's devotion, you'll know that we wrapped up our 2-3 week look at the book of Lamentations. Again, that short book of the Bible, Old Testament book that lamented, grieved, wept over the hardships that God's people were going through during the time of exile into Babylon. So if you missed any of those, you can go check out the old videos over the last couple of weeks and track along with that. Starting tomorrow, we'll start with kind of a new focus. But today, I just want to share a few thoughts, again, how we can have hope during this time. But to start with, I'm going to start doing this because I think it'll be fun, and I want to do fun things during these times. It's to just share a joke a day, and then you can either groan at them, ignore them, or maybe you actually find them a little bit of funny, because I do think we need a little comedy in these dark times where, again, if you look at the news or the internet or the radio, all we're hearing right now, for the most part, is negative stuff. So a little comedy is not a bad thing. So this joke, maybe you've heard this one before, but there were 3 guys out golfing. It was Jesus, Moses, and an elderly man. And so Moses steps up first, and he hits his drive, and it goes way right. It goes towards the water hazard and lands the water hazard. But Moses goes up to the lake. He parts the water, chips from the ground, and gets it onto the green. Jesus was next, and he too shanked his drive, goes onto the lake, but Jesus just walks right onto the lake, chips it from the lake, and lands right on the green. And then the elderly gentleman gets up, hits his drive, and it starts going towards that same lake. But right before it hits the lake, a fish jumps up from that lake, snatches the ball in its mouth, and all of a sudden, before the fish can go back into the lake, an eagle swoops in, grabs the fish in its claws, and starts carrying him away. But all of a sudden, a lightning bolt hits the eagle, which causes the eagle to drop the fish, which lands on the green, and the ball rolls out of the fish's mouth and right into the cup. And Jesus turns to the elderly man and says, "Dad, if you keep showing us up, I'm not bringing you golfing anymore." There you go, your joke of the day. And so here's again a couple of quick thoughts on just devotional thoughts that I've been pondering. With everything going on, we can easily, like I said, kind of get sucked into the negativity of what's happening in the world. But my encouragement to you today, and maybe in the coming days, especially if you find yourself in a dark place, is to just think through all of the silver linings that we're experiencing, that otherwise, if it weren't for the pandemic and the shutdown orders, that if these things weren't happening, we would not be experiencing these silver linings. And it reminds us, again, what Paul says in Romans 8, God is always working out for the good of those who love him, who've been called according to his purpose. That we can say in every situation, God is ultimately, even in ways that we may not understand, he's ultimately working out good in our lives. And again, this is something I've been thinking about, when I look at our life. Right now, we're in the process of getting our house ready to put on the market. We're looking to sell the house. But with 5 kids, with a very busy schedule between work and chaplain work, kids, sports, coaching, staying active, the reality of trying to get a house ready for the market was just very much overwhelming. Literally thinking that unless life shuts down for like a couple of months, I don't know how we could do that. And lo and behold, one of the silver linings is everything has been shut down. And so we've been given the gift of time. Obviously we wouldn't choose this pandemic to happen, but in the midst of this, again, this is a very positive thing that's come out of it. And all of a sudden we've had the time to work on the house, get it ready to put up in the market in the next month, and find a place that's a little more suitable for our 5 kids and gain the space that we need. So again, my encouragement to you is to just maybe think through the ways that God is providing you with those silver linings during these dark times, and how, if it weren't for this, maybe you wouldn't be experiencing some sort of goodness in your life. So again, contemplate that, allow that to bring some joy into your life. Be filled with peace, be filled with joy, and above all, like I said, be filled with the hope that you belong to Christ, and you have hope every day because of him.